lot of the time where you see these somewhat, let's say, I don't know, 2015-ish Dell workstations come up at a government auction. They usually have fairly solid CPUs. They have that connection to give you that was, they got solid CPUs. There's some RAM in there, something like that. So I was thinking maybe because you can buy a pallet of 40 of those things. I can't remember what the actual. It ended up working to about $40 a computer. Buying those, maybe getting a graphics card, doing a power, trying to get some good used stuff in bulk, and then maybe building some machines up, RGBing the shit out of them, and then flipping them and selling them. That might be a decent side jizzer, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, well, exactly, right? So the crypto stuff is just in the shithouse right now. So, like, I just bought a graphics card for my computer. Videos coming up. I know nobody cares about the computer videos, but I fucking love them. It's actually running right now in this system, RX 570. Fairly, good modern graphics card. I think it came out in 2017. I picked that thing up, delivered to my house for $113 Canadian. 113 Canadian kopecks. That's like $75 US. And I mean, the thing, like, for a 1080p gaming experience, for what I'm doing with it, overall, I would say pretty impressive. So, I mean, guy can pick up a few deals like that, especially if you're buying in bulk. You get a decent, higher spec i5 Dell.
I'm hungry. Come on. Come on, Susie, bring some food.
Couple of graphics cards, buy a half dozen, put a few of these machines together. If you make a couple $100 a piece, I don't know. We'll see. What am I doing here? I gotta do something here. You should see the computer shit that I have lying around. Fucking Everyday Fleet Tech has the worst email. Chad, for the love of Christ, can you just get a Everyday Fleet Tech email? EFT, that's all EFT, yeah, you know me, at gmail.com. He's been doing the mobile diag thing. Okay, you know what? Let's get Chad on here, because I've actually been talking, I honestly think that the mobile mobile tech thing, not enough people are talking about that. Because I am planning, I do want to go to school. He is big in the scopes, for sure. I do want to go to school, and, I have a truck, I got tools. It could be something that a guy might be doing in the afternoon or during the summer break. Make a few bucks here and there, better than working at a fucking dealership, I tell you that. And really, you can pick and choose the kind of jobs you want. Hey, a flat rate diagnostic charge. These get a little bit more comfortable. My drivability skills aren't that great, but as far as doing some electrical diagnostic things like that, I mean, shit, a guy can make a living doing that. I mean, you look at what the dealerships are charging for an hour. Honestly, what they charge for an hour, if I can make that, it's enough to get me through the day. Bill, I'm doing pretty good, man. Next Level Auto. Yeah, I am following him on Instagram. He's fucking awesome. Master Apprentice in the house. This guy's garage. How you doing, brother? How's the weather over there? Just cold as shit. Yeah, $170. Exactly, right? So, I mean, you think, like, what the dealership's actually charging to what a guy, what does a guy have to do to live? $175 for a day's work, fuck, you go do a job, 1 hour, 2 hours, you fuck off for the rest of the day. You're at home jammed down with your pants off. Let's get this old salty bastard in here. How's it going, brother?
What's going on, man?
Oh, you sound good. You're looking good.
Oh, thanks, sweetie.
There we go. How have you been? It's been some time.
It has. That's why I'm like, what the hell? I missed you.
I don't
like her call me anymore. What the fuck?
I went full Britney Spears, and
you did.
I did. I just shaved my head, and I'm doing a full Fred Durst, skinning my ass raw with a chainsaw. I saw you were on a I saw you were on a stream last night with, like, CP was on there, and Heavy Wrench.
CP, Heavy Wrench, there was, Fuck. Brain hurts. It's been a long day.
Yeah, exactly.
You can come by here and get more money.
Knockers.
And
then what's his name? Has the Napa store and the FedEx ground. It's got a long damn name.
I'm still live streaming.
Yeah, fuck me. Do you guys love talking about tools, hey?
What time do you plan on leaving?
I just love it. I don't know how you do it. I get bored after a while.
Yeah, I do too. But some stuff. Did you see the new
You got a
meter
what?
I got though?
That thing is pretty fucking sexual.
I was gonna say.
Is that a graphic multimeter?
Dude, hang on. I'll get it.
Oh man, a guy's penis can only get so hard. No, not drinking margaritas. Every day for junk work. We got. Oh, Emos, what's going on, brother? Appreciate it. Man, what a good fucking.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Bluetooth. I mean, it will do anything and everything.
What did that dirty bastard run you?
Way too much.
SOT Metalworks, what's going on?
Color digital display.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, sexy.
All right. How's the response time? Like, can I put that thing on a signal light flash or something like that and actually pick it up, or what?
Oh, I guarantee it. I just picked it up the other day. I'm gonna put it through its paces tomorrow when I get to work.
That's pretty stellar. How's that vampire tools? Have you been using those a little bit yet?
Yeah, I've been using them.
They're no Nipex?
They're okay. It's one of those, they have great hype and everything like that. And the whole premise behind them is they have teeth going the opposite way than what it usually does in the front. So you can grab hold of a broke off fastener wire and torque it out. And I'm going, it really doesn't even do that very well. So, yeah, Nipex will do just fine. Just get fucking Nipex.
They're tough to beat. Those fucking Germans. Every time I pick up mine, I'm like, how did they lose the war, you know?
The Germans!
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you the biggest turn off I have on the Nipex, that stupid fucking handle they have on it. It's got all kinds of little cuts and designs and shit in the handle.
Yeah.
And you can never get these little bastards clean. Ever.
Well, yeah, but you're like a pathological like serial killer who cleans his tools every. I felt bad because you're like I see your box, pumpkin spice.
I like her.
And that thing is fucking spotless. Meanwhile, my old U.S. General, all racked over, is dirty as shit.
You should have welded it. You should have reinforced it.
Oh, that was my fault.
It's loose nuts. It's all your fault. Jesus blessed it.
I was watching you on Dick Skinner's stream. Pico Boo, what's going on, brother? You know what, Pico? I swear I was thinking about you. This last couple of weeks in school here, we've been doing a lot of scope work, and yeah, it's been a lot of like watching videos on YouTube, a lot of Pico scope stuff. But it's interesting. It's funny because like our teacher is really green, and he wasn't doing electrical. He was doing transmission stuff when he was working in the industry. So he actually had me set the scope up for the rest of the class and go through it and stuff. So
nice.
I'm no expert. That's for damn sure. But you just press the buttons until stuff works for you. That's
what I usually do.
Just like anything in life.
I turn here, push there. It'll be fine. Fuck it.
So how's work going?
Yeah, slammed. Incessantly
busy as shit. Just loving it.
Every single day.
Oh. Doesn't get much better than that.
Just I show up, I clock in, I do what I'm supposed to do, and I go to hell home.
Oh, fuck, that's good.
I'm telling you.
How many? Just out of curiosity, how big is your parts department there?
My parts department?
Yes.
It's actually not that big.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Because parts is the fucking worst. Is there an actual parts department there? Like,
oh no. Me.
No, right? It's you, right? Yeah.
Well, technically, we have. Yeah. My location is the only location I know of in Georgia that has a parts guy. Mm-hmm. And he's supposed to order all the parts, but he sucks at life.
I'm live streaming.
And so we're literally just like, dude, take the truck and I don't know, go buy some hand.
No, I did it all myself.
5 burgers, whatever the fuck.
I'm live streaming. Now I'm watching live streams while I'm live streaming.
No, we order our own shit.
Yeah, so you have like an account with Napa or some shit like that. You call them.
I just put your bottle of lotion next to the TV with a rag.
It kind of sucks what we have to do, but it's for the major corporate business
Just
and
go
all
to my
that. All right.
live stream. You'll see there's a bottle of
We
lotion.
have
and a rag
our
while
own
I'm watching
proprietary
that, and everyone's
system.
just, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Where we make our own ROs, we type everything out, we keep every label line, etc., etc. But when it comes to ordering
Is that
parts,
gonna be enough?
we have to look up the part number, type it in our system, see if it's in our parts master. If it
And
is,
a chicken soup.
it says who we have to buy this part from.
Oh,
And so once I submit it in the system, it automatically dispatches it to whatever company,
All right, I'll see you
whoever
then.
was the lowest bidder. And then I choose if
I
I
love you
want it
too.
standard
I gotta go.
overnighted, if I want it like 3-day shipping or whatever.
Are you watching the live stream?
so most of the stuff doesn't come locally.
No.
It's usually trucked in or whatever.
Are you watching the?
Yep.
Are you?
Honestly, not a
Are
horrible
you watching?
system. I'd rather do that than deal with
I love
like,
you,
some
Suzanne.
idiot
Say it.
go between. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the majority of stuff we
Is that
keep in
what you
stock.
wanted?
If we keep it in stock, it's something that will be used within,
I love you,
Within,
Suzanne.
usually within 2 to 3 weeks. It's gonna be
Yeah. Right on.
filters, bullshit like that.
Yeah, service stuff, common shit. Big
Yeah.
shout out to the Master Apprentice, $2 to fund Gus rebuilding the rebuilding fund from the fire.
Nice.
Oh man, all-wheel drive GM Terrain. That sounds like a real piece of shit to work on. Oh, man. That's peekaboo. What do you think of the mobile mechanic lifestyle? You ever talk to any guys that are actually doing it, or you have any experience yourself?
I've known people that's done it. And, alright, this is just my personal opinion. What I've seen around here, I have no idea about the rest of the country. I don't know. Around the metro Atlanta areas, the majority of your mobile mechanic is really that crackhead Joe that's showing up and doing some absolute butchery work to make this crap show.
Yeah,
That's about it.
mobile crackhead service. Yeah.
I mean, I know, guys. You know, I did side work at my house, and hell, at one point when I was living in Savannah, I did side work at my apartment. Fine.
I bet they love that.
Yeah, fuck them. But yeah, I've always had this attitude.
Yeah.
But no, the mobile mechanics, I've had people bring their vehicles in, even down to Savannah. They brought vehicles into the dealership going, I paid this guy to do a head gasket. He ripped my shit apart, cut my wiring harness, and here I am. I'm going, well,
Yeah.
you got what you got.
I think that, I mean, I know, like, there's a few guys that I follow on Instagram particularly that are mobile mechanics. There's actually, wow, what the fuck is his name? He's out of Europe. And he's a mobile mechanic. He's got, full scope setup. Very, very great diagnostician. Like, I think he's got 15, 20 years experience. And I've talked to him a little bit, and he loves it. He said it's it's the best. You make, not necessarily make your own hours because you're still working for a customer. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're working for a big, you have a client. But I don't know. It just seems like it would be a little bit more flexible. A guy can pick it up on the afternoons and the evenings, just kind of do it almost like an Uber of fixing shit.
And
This fucking thing.
Flexible, I can pick it up on the afternoons and the evenings, just kind of do it almost like an Uber.
The heck? Why is this crooked? This fucking thing. I don't know why it's crooked. Oh, this. The heck? Why? This is crooked. This fucking thing. I don't know why it's crooked. Oh, this.
do it no more.
It's horrendous. People are the general level of intelligence. You know, you throw a dart in a crowd. I mean, first off, run. But second of all, you just will guarantee to hit an idiot. It is it's shocking. But
I can't deal with it.
Yeah, it does. It gets old after a while. I've been really looking at, because the college that I'm at, they have a really, really strong aviation program. It's one of probably the highest accredited in Western Canada. And I honestly think that would be a lot better.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
So you deal with a lot of aviation mechanics, I'm assuming. Not necessarily. Do you work shoulder to shoulder with them, or you just... Yeah? Or not?
Yeah.
And they make like sick amounts of dollars.
Once you start. Here's the way basic aviation starts out. Once you get your AMPs, your airframe and your powertrain, or power plant as they call it, you're going to start out rock bottom. You're working on the Cessnas and your little bullshit rink-dink motors. And you actually have to build hours of working and experience hours.
Yes.
And then once you reach X amount of hours, you can go and you can take more classes. You can get certified more and more. Once you get to the point that you're able to work on your heavies, like when I'm around, your MD-10s, MD-11s, 7600s, A300s, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now you're talking about big bucks.
Yeah.
And you would have gotten raises and promotions throughout the time, but once you're getting into the heavies, I'm so jealous about the guys that are done in aviation in my industry. One, they can be the laziest fucks on the face of the world, and they get treated like royalty, and meanwhile I'm getting a dick in my ass.
100%.
But yeah, they're making way over 6 figures a year.
Oh yeah. And living in like freedom land down there, cheap as shit. I mean,
cheap as shit.
Just
just renovated their area. All right. In my building, the aircraft guys, they just had a total remodel. New paint on the walls. They went in. They put new desks in, new computers in. The floors. They have their break room has a huge, massive flat screen TV with cable. They have a dishwasher, a sink, 2 like big industrial refrigerators. They keep K-Cup coffee stocked up. They have a gym. They put a legit little gym in there for them.
I mean, it's like a high-level college football team.
Pretty much. Yes. Oh, they have a shower. Meanwhile, my area, you got to wipe the asbestos off of everything after a good windstorm. The roof leaks. It hadn't been renovated since like 74. We're just kind of like, whatever, fuck it, just dump on us.
Dirty old greasy mechanic. Yeah, see, the way all of the technical trades work, at least in this country, is you are required. These do not look like they came from Walmart. These are Logitechs, you son of a bitch. Just because Chad's got his like full blown, like he's in a cockpit in like Saturn V or something like that.
I got one from Walmart.
Yeah, there you go.
My good headset up at work. I showed it on Instagram.
Yeah, there you go.
Those bitches were $4 things.
Yeah, there you go. Big baller. Greenbacks. Definitely the aviation guys seem like because to me, you're not dealing with the general public, which just is the best fucking thing of life. I would say the biggest problem with the aviation, or the thing that has me the most concerned, I feel like those guys are smothered by paperwork. I feel like there is a lot of checks, which rightfully so. I mean, there hasn't been a fatality in commercial aviation in the last, decade? 11 years?
Well, here's the thing. It's not just that, but also, like what I do, ground support equipment. I don't want to lie to you and tell you that, oh, I just show up, clock in, and fix whatever and go home. And that's watering it down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I deal with a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Aircraft guys, they deal with a lot of paperwork as well, more so than I do. But it's a trade-off. Either you deal with idiots on the daily, or you fill out paperwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would take paper over public
I'll look
every day
at
of the
a
week.
computer all day, whatever.
Yeah. That's interesting. Do you know how many hours are actually required in order to get your full aviation certification? Is it because up here it's 4,000 hours of on-the-job training to get any type of mechanical certification. So I'm 1,000 hours away from being done, which is approximately a year full time.
You're talking about entry AMP?
It's when you're full. I don't necessarily. The way it works up here is you have 4 levels of certification, and then there's probably specializations within each level, just like anything else.
Are you talking with aviation?
Aviation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The ones I know of, to get your basic AMP down here, Jesus, and I just looked into it sometime last year. I think it's 4,000 hours to get your AMP.
Yeah, that sounds.
From there, you escalate higher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a good, just for me. Like I've been just looking at different avenues and stuff. I think I'm pretty well.
You would get such the nerd boner being.
Oh, I know. I like everybody gives me such grief. Like there's, we were talking in class the other day, and it's like I'd ask a question, and now the new line is, "Listen, George, there's need to know and nerd to know. We could talk after class," and that's fine. I totally get it, but just sometimes. But yeah, like even just the. I can only imagine the guys that are doing networking on some of these planes and dealing with some of the local communication networks in there. I mean, you gotta be in demand.
All right, so my brother actually, when he was in the military, he you would nerd out talk with him, but all the comm systems for guidances and stuff like that, he rebuilt all those computers for the military. Since he's been out, he did that for a little while as a contractor, and then now he works with the FAA, and he deals with trying to think of the best way I can put it, but basically the antenna and stuff like that for giving signal out to other aircraft within different areas. Mm-hmm. So anytime there's a hurricane or anything like that, he's got to fly in and fix all their shit. But within the aviation industry in itself, it's so much electronics, and you have to know what you're doing. Everything's on a CAN network of some kind, and it's insane what they can do now. Aircraft. I mean, excuse me. Did you watch or have you looked into the new Boeing 777X?
No.
The technology that is in this bastard, it's just phenomenal, and even just a little tricks they put into it, I'm going, that is the coolest shit ever. I want to play with it. All right, so not only can airplanes now take off and land by themselves, no shit, take off and land by themselves, but this fucker, because it is designed to carry so much more cargo and it's larger, it's got to have a longer wingspan. Basic physics, okay? Well, in Boeing's head, they're going, it's already a huge-ass bird. We don't want airports to have to redesign gates and stuff like that. We want this fucker to fit in the same parking spots that the current 777s fit in. Mm-hmm. About 3 feet, whatever that equals up to with meters, you fucking hippie-ass European bitch.
I hate meters, by the way, anyway.
It's roughly 3 feet on the tips of each wing. They fold up and store out of the way after you land.
Yeah.
As the pilot doesn't have to do fuck all. It does it automatically. They get ready to take off. After you get to a 15 mile an hour roughly, the wings lock down completely flat. And it's all done with hydraulics and servos. Mm-hmm. People were freaking out going, what happens if, they stick up? Believe it or not, they designed it so in the up position, that's being held up by the hydraulic pressure. If there's a failure or anything like that, it's next to nothing. They lay down and lock into place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So your worst case scenario, you're like, where do we park this big bitch at now? Fuck.
Let's do this, boys. A couple guys in the chat I want to say hello to. Brad's workbench, fucking great. Did you see the dick pic he sent over to, who was that again? That was Tools and Trash. Did you see his dick pic?
No.
Brad has a beautiful dick. The guy's been sending dick pics out left, right, and center. Like, you might be the only person who hasn't got a Brad's workbench dick pic.
I'm quite sure he'll be correcting that soon.
And we have got Rust Belt Mechanic. Welcome to the chat, my brother. We're just talking mobile mechanics. Now we're talking the aviation industry. I definitely think that, because up here, there's kind of another, almost like a subcategory under the whole aviation umbrella, is we have a lot of natural gas, and the jet turbine industry up here is thriving. It is fucking huge. And that is something that even as a kid, I was super interested in, very technical work. As I get older, I'm not as drawn to the mechanical side of things as opposed to the electrical side, but I think even that portion of the industry I just feel the automotive sector, you really have, maybe 4 or 5 different avenues that you can approach, and all of them are fairly the same. You're still kind of held hostage by these multinational, Toyota, Honda, Ford, Chrysler, this, that, and the other thing. So they kind of set the standards for working.
Mm-hmm.
But when the aviation industry, there are so many, massive industries based around it that I feel like you can really take that and leverage it into more avenues, more specific things of interest, if that makes sense.
And I'll tell you, it's where I said that I was looking into aviation technical college up to last year. I was a hair away from abandoning my current career to go back to college to become an aviation mechanic. If I had to do it all over again, there's zero doubt in my mind, zero doubt, I would go and get my A&P. I'd be a tech.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's always nice to hear, because that's the one I would say the biggest. So we're a union shop right now where I'm at, and our union contract's only good for a year. So in all honesty, it's a fucking useless piece of paper that they may as well just throw out because But anyways, I think what's the way to describe this? I think mechanics, especially that have been working in not only the industry but in the same position for a long time, get this tunnel vision as far as what else is out there. You're talking to these guys and, listen, hey, if we get rid of this contract, and what if they decide to close the doors? The fucking toolboxes all have wheels. You know how much fucking work there is out there for guys that know how to fix shit? There's a ludicrous amounts of work, but they're so comfortable, and they've been so, I don't want to use the word brainwash because I feel like that gets thrown around a lot, but dealerships do a very good job of trying to close you in. Like, even the way they handle your certifications, and they only make them go for a certain amount of time, so you have to stay under that umbrella.
And only under that certain brand. That's like when I was at Ford, I mentioned ASCs. Hey, what about ASC? Oh, that means fuck all to us. We're going to take you and we're going to send you to Ford, and you're going to get Ford Star certified. And I went and did all of that, and I got out, and I went to my current company, and they're going, hey, we'll give you $4+ an hour more if you're an ASC master. I'm going, they fucked me. This whole time I could have got easily. Nope. Right now, my Ford certs mean dick.
And that's it, right? And then you get, like you said, you get into that feedback loop in the dealership. And this is what I noticed, guys that have been, like, you talk to guys. I had a good conversation with a guy that I work with when I was, really thinking about leaving. I mean, to the point where I was going in and leaving the next day, and I chatted with this guy as I wanted to get a reference from him. And he is extremely talented. He's a very good tech. I feel like he's one of those guys that solves a lot of problems that management doesn't even see. You know what I mean? Like, he's a fucking problem solver. And I looked at him, I said, in all honesty, man, I said, you're too good for this place, and you've been here for 15 years. I mean, you might not see that, but I looked around, there's a fuckload of work out there. There are jobs that are better than this. They have better hours, better pay, better management, better organized. But it's just, you stay in, and I think that's also to do with the fact that mechanics in this industry, and not just this industry, plumbers, HVAC guys, you almost get looked down on by society, which is so fucked. But you get that in your head of, oh, I'm just
All right,
what,
it's time to shut this
what
off.
value is in what I do is you go out there in the marketplace, and there is a huge demand in every single